Hello, hello, Taurus. How are you? Happy June. This is your June reading, right? As we just said, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. How are you doing? Already halfway through 2026, right? And also under the influence of this full moon, blue moon in Sagittarius. So let's see what comes up for you. Please use your intuition as these are general readings, and let's get started. If you could leave me, please leave me a thumbs up. That's our energy exchange here, and thank you so much. What is the energy for the month of June for Taurus? First chakra, Archangel Michael. First chakra, number 35, number 8 or 3 or 5 can be important to you. I'm hearing someone could be 35, so that could be a very big synchronicity here for you. So first chakra, we're talking about grounding, we're talking about your roots, we're talking about your protection, your safety, your security. We're talking about this month is very important that you remain grounded. So there could be a lot of situations happening in your life throughout the month of June, and it's important that you remain grounded, you focus on that, right? It's very interesting because I'm also having the sense of you needing to pay attention to your sexual organs. I know it's more associated with the sacral chakra, but some way, somehow, this is showing up very strong here for you. So this could be a case where you might need to look into, even the lower chakras, the root, the sacral, and the solar plexus. All the three are coming up here for me because when you look at him, he has this red kind of it's like a melted, like a mustard kind of color, and then the yellow. So this, to me, they're feeling very strong, the three of them here together. But of course it mentions here first chakra. Now we know that Archangel Michael is connected as the protector, right? The protector, and he's having a sword here. Now of course swords in the tarot resonate with communication, right? Swords, air. So it's communication with spirit, you receiving messages, you connecting. But at the same time, it's about defending yourself. It's for your protection, right? To block any obstacles, to block any energies that don't serve you anymore or that don't serve you at all, maybe low vibrations or anything like that. So this energy is coming very, very strong for you, as this could be a month for you to focus on your protection, focus on your grounding, focusing on you. There could be a lot of things happening around you or in the world, and it's important that you remain grounded so you don't let those lower energies influence your energy. It really feels like you will need a lot of grounding for this month. Now we're going to dive deeper into the tarot and understand a little bit more of what is going on here. And of course, focusing on earthy nutrients, drinking plenty of water as always, right? Um, going into nature, all of that beautiful things are very important for you for this month. But let's see what else is coming up for you. Let's focus on the main theme for the month of June with the tarot. Main theme, Six of Cups. Again, this water connection here, but this could be connection with people from the past, connecting with your childhood, okay? Working, and this could be triggers, right? Because it was asking you to remain very grounded through the situations. And then we have the Six of Cups. Now we could be talking about dealing with your children if you have children, if you have any dependents, or if there's any children in your family or relatives or something, right? There could be this big influence of it, and this is where it's asking you to remain very very strong when it comes to that, right? There could be a lot of encounters as well, right? Encounters from the past, from the longest time. I mean, June, it's the beginning, you know, it's the end of school time and academia and all of that, and people are going on holidays, people are going to see, to visit their families, going on holidays, right? Getting togethers and all of that. So there could be a sense here as well. You're going to have a lot of emotions. They're not only positive, and this is where that protecting the sword, the Archangel Michael's sword, it comes up very strong. Now, what are you living behind? Out of alignment situations, right? You're leaving behind all of that that doesn't serve you. Again, this is where that grounding helps you, right? Because there could be a lot going on, like we were just talking about, you know, people coming up and you have to deal with your stuff, your responsibilities, your work, your well-being, your self-care, all of that. And then people want your attention, people want you to go places, people want to go to the beach with you, for example, want to go to the park with you, want to go for dinner, want to go for breakfast, want to go for brunch. And they're like, give me a minute, right? So again, it's all this very strong type of energy that you really have to focus on your boundaries. And that's exactly what it's coming up here when it comes to what are you to embrace this month. 7 of Wands, your boundaries, right? Saying no when you have to say no. Just because someone came from the distance, from a different land, and they, oh, I love you so much, I want to spend time with you, just because they are saying that doesn't mean you have to, right? You don't have to just please everyone just because they are here, and then you go out of the alignment that you've been working on for such a long time. Okay. um I just feel this is important, this message is important for some of you. There could be some situations here where people might try to, you know, question your life, question your decisions, questions your lifestyle, question something like that, and you don't have to answer, right? You really don't have to answer. What is the advice here? The advice, 2 of Cups, focus on yourself, on your life, on, you know, even if you have a partner or family or something, focus on that first. That's what it's asking. Focus on your stability, focus your connection with your higher self, because the 2 of Cups also talks about that, with your future self, with where you're going, right? And all of that beautiful things. And what is the outcome of this? 8 of Wands, celebrations, communication, um traveling as well. There's something about traveling here as well. This could even be you traveling. And if that's the case, we'll take, you know, this message on the other way around. I mean, just because you're going there, you have to remember that, you know, people have their life, their responsibilities, their stuff. So it goes both ways, right? It works both ways here. So even though I feel this is more people coming towards you, and maybe you live already in a country and people go to visit that country, or a city or something, right? And if you have time, by all means make the time for these people, but don't just stop living your life because someone is there. Okay, don't stop living your life. Now let's clarify all of this, right? Of course, let's clarify. And we go back here to the main theme of the month with the 6 of Cups. Let's see. Four. Okay, 4 of Wands. So this could be a marriage. This could be a baby shower, right? Something regarding children. Okay, there's something regarding children here. This could be, yes, it could be a marriage, a big celebration, right? The announcement of something as well, because it's showing up very, very strong. So when it comes to main themes during this for the month of June, there could be a lot of great news, right? Great news, engagements. I'm seeing a ring some way, somehow. So this could be even in you. This could be you announcing it to the world that you're having a child, or you're getting married, right? You're engaged, or something like that. There could be in something big when it comes to that type of energy. This could be a job that you always wanted to when you have to move. This could be the purchase of your first home, and it was a dream for the longest time. right? So there's a lot of big energy. So the main theme is definitely, and that's why, again, that first chakra is there. There's a lot of excitement here, right? So focus on your grounding. Now, clarifying that two of pentacles there, when you're leaving behind too much stress, too many things, too many burdens, to all of that. Remember, we are talking about before, just because someone comes into town or to, your surroundings or something, doesn't mean you have to stop living your life just to please that kind of people, especially if I'm talking to people pleasers here, right? At the bottom of the deck, you do have at this time the 10 of Cups. So yes, it could be you focusing on your life, on what you do, on your closest ones, your dependents, your the family you're building, and all of that, rather than just focusing on everything else, right? And also, it's important to understand that if you are in a committed relationship, you have family, you have kids, you're a single parent or something, and someone comes into town and they're single, they like to party, they like to do the stuff, you're completely different. So you have to manage between your responsibilities and meeting that person, right? And I'm not saying excluding the person. You can actually include the person in your things. But if you have dependence, if you have that, remember that they're different, right? So make sure that these people accept you 100% as you are, and not just you're just good for the good moments, right? What are you embracing here with this 7 of Wands? Ooh, the Death card. You see, that's what we're talking about. You shifting, you changing, you're evolving. You had some sort of spiritual awakening here as well. This could be you just deciding to cut off completely. Remember the boundaries here? And the boundaries can very strongly be no, saying no to the versions of you that people were used to. There's something here very strong about, the huge shift that it's showing up. So you start to see, when you are evolving, you race into such timeline that the people that you used to hang out with, they completely disconnect. You don't find any more resonance with them, right? And even when they come, oh, you used to do this with us, we used to go for drinks with us, we used to, leave everything behind and meet me when I send you a message. That's the past. That's when I was just trying to be the part of me that needed to feel accepted, because I was abandoned, because my parents were avoidant, because my emotions were not recognized. So I had to adapt into the survival mode. But now I know who I am, I know what I do, I know all of that, right? And it's coming up very strong. So I wouldn't be surprised if you detach from a lot of people here. Okay. Now, what is the advice for Taurus with the 2 of Cups? Advice here. King of Pentacles, focusing on your stuff, on your things, on your job, on your career, on your partnerships. This is very, very strong. And yes, this could be about your stability as well, right? Remember, grounding, stable, right? Being stable, focusing very strong. This is a month for you to focus on yourself. This is a month for you to focus on the things that are very important to you, not what other people are saying you should work on, you should do. This is not a time anymore about you should do. I do what I know it's right for me. And then for the outcome here with the 8 of Wands, we have the 9 of Wands. So yes, for some people this might feel strange, but for you, it's like, I'm so close to my dream coming true, I'm so close to where I want to be, so I'm just going to keep going. Now the beautiful thing is, like, the very first card of this game, 6 of Cups. What card is at the bottom of the deck at the end? 6 of Cups. There's something regarding, and especially when we're talking about, I'm so close to get something, I haven't given up on a dream, on something, on achieving something that I really want. Okay, there's a big goal here that is showing up. You are very close to get to this. However, the biggest advice here is remain grounded. Okay, remain grounded, because a lot of things around may feel like the world is falling apart, but what you have to do, even though I don't have the King of Cups here, is remain in the energy of the King of Cups, right? I am so regulated, and my nervous system is so well regulated that whatever is happening out there is not dictating who I am and what I do. Okay, so a new chapter, a new person, a new version of you, a new story, an absolute new story. And this new story could actually come financially. Look at all the good luck here with the club, right? So there's a lot of good luck. There's a lot of good things coming your way. This is a new chapter, and you could be moving. You could be leaving something behind. You could definitely be leaving something behind. We have two tens already here in the Lenormand and the storks. So yes, this could be a new job, a new career, a new version of you, a new home, a new baby, all of that. But this feels very strong about you and not about others. So, when people come to you and say this or that, always remember that's their perspective. That's not yours. Okay. So, thank you so much for being here. And until next time, have a great month. Take care.